us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see Northwestern as the kickoff team on the field as we are about ready to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Purdue's offense will get the first swing of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Much more manageable situation for this offense after the penalty. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease. It's McCoby. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Wildcats offense has the ball for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun. Give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Stone. He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd drive together here as they start from their own 21. Rides to back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Looking for a man, it's Stone. He's got it. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Gonna run it. It's McCoby. Runs through a tackle. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
And the Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Back to throw, it's Stone. Looking for his man. Hits the open man. He's loose. The 20. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 20 to Toledo. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go to the ground. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Snagged in the middle, it's Horton. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They try to pop a run on the draw. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Boilermakers will hustle to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They torch this defense with an explosive passing play for a score. Turning it on! Oh, he got loose! He's at the 40, the 20, past the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Walker. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. It'll be a draw. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that falls incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Using his legs, it's McCoby. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that